radio station here, and we say what we feel like saying.
This is Base Commander, Colonel Jack Meoff of the Radio First Termer Iraq Show. The Rabbit Zone that you're about to experience is brought to you in high definition. Only the best for my men. Dave Rabbit Audio. He's a sneaky little bastard.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Video Rabbit Zone featuring tonight, Three-Legged Dog. And the hits just keep on coming. The greatness of Three-Legged Dog. Man, these guys kick serious butt. You know, I want to tell you something about bands. You know, I mean, God, I had a rock band in high school, which everybody probably knows on the board with that story. But the thing interesting about professional bands and professional musicians that I really like is, they may have their own bands and then somewhere along the way they say, hey, I would really like to work with so-and-so, or I'd really like to work with whoever. And, then they may start either another band, or they may, create a band just so they can play together and do a different venture kind of thing, And I mean, my God, it dates back to the classic rock days. I mean, how many bands, did a lot of the classic rockers be in? I mean, you can name them, Jefferson Airplane, Vanilla Fudge, go on and on and on and on and on. I mean, it just, they were in one band and then they play with some other band or whatever. Okay, such is the case with Three-Legged Dog, and I'm not going to spoil the surprise for you, but if you go to their website, which is myspace.com /the numeral 3-legged, L-E-G-G-E-D, 2 G's on dog, D-O-G-G. That's 3-legged, L-E-G-G-E-D, D-O-G-G. You are going to find for yourself who is involved in this band. I mean, we're talking about a combination of all the people that's been involved with Three-Legged Dog have sold over 15 million records combined. So you're going to have some very eye-opening experiences when you go to that website and find out who really comprises. And there's a little sneak, if you happen to be at the homepage for Dave Rabbit at daverabbit.podomatic.com, and if you look at the show art, you might see some names at the bottom that you might recognize very easily. But, if you happen not to be there, you simply be a subscriber, haven't been to the homepage in a while, I encourage you to go there because there's always some kind of fun stuff that I've got posted up there. Okay, so anyway, they're from Los Angeles, California. It's just a buttload of people that's been involved with the group over a period of time. But I think you're really going to enjoy tonight's show and their music. And here again, these are edited format songs that I've done simply to stay within a time frame that I have to stay within. So I encourage you to go to their website. You can download their songs and buy their songs. You can download an album that they did, which is called Frozen Summer, which happens to be the name of the intro song that you heard, even though it was a shortened version of that, but called Frozen Summer. Okay, now, you might see me laughing and kind of, grinning a bit, at the very beginning of the intro, and that's because a very good friend of mine who was instrumental in helping us do the Radio First Termer Iraq show, Harry, no last names, of course, he played the bass commander in some of the stuff that we did, and of course his name was Colonel Jack Mehoff, and of course you can play with that word all you want to, no pun intended. Anyway, it made me think of something that I haven't thought of in a long time. I don't know if you want to get your little computer out and Google Floyd, F-L-O-Y-D, Dakil, D-A-K-I-L. I haven't Googled Floyd in a long time, but you can probably find something on Floyd Dakil. Now, this is what I want to tell you, and this is why I was laughing about Colonel Jack Mehoff. And that is, there was a place. I grew up in Oak Cliff as a kid, and there was a place when I was like, my parents had just gotten married. That sounds weird. My stepfather and my mother had just gotten married. And we lived in Oak Cliff, and we were close to a big, huge bowling alley that was a kind of a one-of-a-kind thing called the Bronco Bowl. And in addition to being the absolute biggest bowling alley in the world at the time, it also had this huge stage venue for concerts and stuff, and had a big stage and whatever. Well, Floyd Dakil and his band, who I absolutely idolized as a kiddo, and he and I became friends afterwards. Well, that's another story. But anyway, we would go there on the weekends, and Friday and Saturday nights Floyd would be playing or whatever, and we had to kind of lie about our age a bit because we were in like junior high school. But we always managed to get in. But they had this real dumbass that was up in kind of the broadcast projection booth upstairs. And we always liked jacking with this guy, I mean, here we were 8th and 9th graders, I mean, when you were an 8th and 9th grader, you didn't care. if this guy was 6'3" and could break you in half, you just want to have some fun with the retard. So what we would do is we would come up with stuff. And the very first thing we ever did, and we got banned from the Bronco Bowl for like a month for doing this, but me and a friend of mine,